Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the From Adversity to Abundance podcast. I am your host, Jamie Bateman, and today I'm really excited to have Emma Powell of the High Rise Group with us today. Emma, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Awesome. Yeah, we were chatting beforehand a little bit, and everything we covered made me more interested in your story. So I'm excited to dive in a little bit here. So for the listeners who are unfamiliar with you, could you give us a little bit of context from today, the last couple of years, as far as who you are and what you're up to?
Yeah, I have to put myself back together a little bit. It's like a little mini therapy session there in the pre-show. It's a heavy topic for your show you've got here. So I think where I am today, really, most like with most people, it's all mostly a result of the adversities that we've been through. And so if you want to look back on when we first relocated to Utah, it was from Austin, where we felt like we were going to raise our kids and spend the rest of our lives there. And then through a series of layoffs from the tech industry, my husband worked in chip manufacturing and then in IT for data science startups. And the tech industry is just notoriously unstable as far as jobs go. They hire, they fire. And so we had been watching that for years, and I had to really never taken proper precautions on my own self or for my own responsibility to protect our family from that volatility. And so the last time he got laid off, we were just in a pretty tough position, and we relocated to Salt Lake City. And with me not having a job, my business was back in Austin. I didn't want to rebuild that. And so sitting here across the country, very short notice. I think he got laid off the week before Thanksgiving of 2017, and we were in Utah, settled into our rental house the first weekend of February of 2018. And so it was pretty rapid, which we were lucky he found a job so fast. And so, but at the same time, it was so rapid, and I was just so lost. We got rid of everything we owned. We didn't have any debt, which was kind of an easy move from that standpoint. And I joked the house was spotless, and the kids were getting a little bit older. My youngest was in kindergarten at that point, and I was just bored and didn't have a business, didn't have a point, didn't have a purpose. My kids were having so much fun just exploring the new house, exploring the new neighborhood, and I just didn't have anything going on. And so out of that adversity, I thought, well, this is an opportunity for me to invent myself in the way that I've always had a lot of excuses for why I've never done before. I didn't have time, I didn't have money, because we'd sold that house in Texas. And suddenly I had a lot of time and I had money, and I just decided that it was time to stop looking at hard things that happen and all the reasons and the obstacles of why we couldn't do something, and just went out and did it. So I built a real estate business, a commercial real estate investing business.
So, and how many kids do you have, did you say?
Yeah, we have 6 kids.
And we're just going to gloss over it. You had nothing going on. Got it. Okay. All right. But so
right.
your commercial, so
Right.
talk about your commercial real estate business, and then we'll jump back. So what does that look like today?
I'm actually in the process of scaling it down, and I think that was again through when you grow to a certain point where you have to ask yourself that question, like, why am I doing this, and getting the systems and processes in place where you have to ask yourself, am I going to scale this bigger, and am I going to make a big business out of this? Or when it got to the point where I could no longer handle it by myself because I was dropping balls, you're juggling too many balls. And then I had to ask myself, do I want to keep going with this? Or was the whole reason I got into this to have passive income and spend more time with my family? Now, the answer to that was passive income and more time with my family. But at the beginning, when in 2018, I remember specifically saying, I need a job. I need something to do. I need some active investing, because otherwise it's me just collecting mailbox money, watching cat videos on YouTube.
Yeah. It sounds like you were trying to, I don't want to say you weren't. It sounds like you had a bit of unfulfilled, you wanted to serve more of a purpose outside of your family, or, I don't know how to phrase that, but it wasn't just the mailbox money. It was you wanted to add value and do something notable, it sounds like. And then now maybe you've done that, and you're trying to scale it down a little bit. Is that true?
Yeah, I have a lot of hobbies, and so
Gotcha.
I spend a lot of time working on those things but those are still inside the house.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Can we pause
No,
here? And can you hear that?
it's barely, it's all
Okay.
good.
I just went up there.
We'll
I said,
cut it out.
you guys are being really loud, and then
It's all
you
good.
started singing.
I think after the last few years, I think everyone understands. No
You want
worries at all.
me to go tell them that's too loud? Can you hear it? Hold on. They